This is Peter Martinez reporting from Cal State Fullerton. Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger is proposing a $386 million cut to the California State University system. I spoke with people on campus, and these are their reactions.
I don't think it's fair at all, because we're going to be the future of this country if most of the students, half the students who could have gotten a bachelor's degree, who thought they could have afforded it, and then they raise it, this country is going to be, it's going to go nowhere, because a lot of students aren't going to have education to know what's going on with us. And then we'll keep getting moved around, charged for things, and I just don't think it's fair.
It'd be kind of foolish, because educating young people is an investment for everybody. If students could get an education, that's more people getting good jobs. It's just a good investment. So cutting the budget for education doesn't seem like a smart move.
The reason why I started here to begin with was because it was such an accessible and affordable school, and it's top of the Cal State system. And I know with being a graduate student, a full-time one, I'll have to also juggle a full-time career. And if fees do go up, I'm going to have difficulty to manage everything and even put my higher education on hold, and might as well reconsider going to graduate school.
Well, it's going to have a very negative effect. It's going to cost students more in fees, which is very bad. It's going to cost jobs. The CSU at Fullerton makes a major contribution to the local economy. It's going to cost professors to teach larger classes, and I suspect it's probably going to result in not as many students being accepted.
That's really not cool, because it's hard enough as it is to pay for school without them cutting even more money. I mean, if the students are the future of the country, what does that mean if we're not getting the supplies that we need?
As it is, financial aid doesn't cover everything, and a lot of students, it's difficult to get financial aid, so obviously the price of living out here, Fullerton, anywhere around Fullerton, if students are, living out on their own, it's expensive. It's very expensive, and so, a small change in tuition make a big difference to a lot of students.
The government is an institution of the people, and so it should be doing everything it can for the people, and by cutting money from the schools, that's not helping anybody.
It's unfortunate that if they have to make cuts, the first thing that they want to dip their hands in is education. It's probably one of the most important things.
I think education is very important, regardless of what major you're going into. So there's some students who are very bright, but they don't have that much money affordable to them. So the more money that they raise, the more they raise the student fees for students who can't afford that. Students who thought they could go to school, it's going to deter them from going to school, and maybe they just want to just work full time, but then they won't get paid as much as they could if they had a bachelor's degree to back them up.
Freshmen aren't going to be able to enroll as easily because tuition's going to go sky high, and they're not going to be accepting as many kids.
We come to college to, get a better education, learn more about life and everything. And so once, if you make prices higher, not a lot of kids can come to school and get the education they need, that they want, so they're forced to go do things that they don't want to do. And I don't think that's very fair.
I hope Cal State Fullerton does remain accessible and affordable to those around, and that's one of the reasons why it draws so many students to come to Cal State Fullerton.
I think we have a good, price for coming to school, but if you just raise it so much, what are we going to do next year? And it's going to make it very difficult for me to come to school.